Hi, good evening, guys. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Tanuja. Hi, Arun. Hi, Fisu. Hi, Ganesh. Good evening. So, economic calendar, I'm just trying to pull up the numbers from last week. This Monday, we do not have anything. I'm going to just pick up anything. Before we start anything, I just want to cover this. Hi, Tarish. Hi, Satya. Everything is good. Hi, Amar. Yep, I had a good time with family. Enjoyed the weekend, but I did a lot of work on the weekend as well. Hi, Raghu. So guys, Friday we had these numbers. We had core PC, which is in line 0.3%. We had core PC year on year as expected, 2.8. But I will give you the big picture from here. The PC was again 2.5 month on month, year on year. Month on month, it was zero point 0.3. Now, if you look at just these numbers, uh, it looks that yes, PC is coming as expected. But if you go back, like two PCs were higher, two CPIs were higher, and two PPIs were higher. So this third PC, which is consistent as on the expected lines, means that yes, the inflation is not slowing down. It is there. Because the forecast was 0.3, it came as 0.3. If you go back to the seasonality, it was supposed to be around this number. So this clearly shows that inflation is sticking. It's not going down. Now, as a result, what is happening? You will see that last time I mentioned that gold at 1800, 1900 is looking for 26, 2700. Gold has rallied from 2050 all the way to 2260 today, which is kind of showcasing that yes, something is not right in the economy. Yes, the stock market is good, it's fine, but inflation is going to create trouble. When, I don't know, but it is not going away. So the expectation of 2 to 3 cuts, maybe a little, like Powell wants to cut, but he has a problem that yes, inflation is ticking. Secondly, look at this number, personal spending. This is an important number. Personal spending is not coming down, meaning the wage growth is there. When the wage growth is there, people will spend. When people will spend, inflation will not come. Right now, uh, quantitative, what do you call, cool off, the QT, is already happening at $95 billion per month. Also, the rates are 5.25, 5.5% at this time. What else Fed can do? If they start to reduce this piece, it may bring more liquidity into the market. But the other important factor, which is the wage growth and the number of jobs which are lost, is not enough. The number of jobs lost are only limited to the technology companies. It's not across the industry. And if it is not across the industry, the low wage level is increasing, their buying power is increasing, their demand is increasing. When demand is increasing, with supply, inflation will only goes higher. So Fed will get stuck, and this is clearly you can see in gold prices. Gold prices are going higher, and do not ignore this, but this is signifying something. It may happen in next 2 months, it may happen in September, but something will come out uh, in next 2 to 3 months. It will 100% happen before the last quarter of this year. So be very careful. If you are loaded into the indexes, make sure you have your hedges. If you are trying to only place option, I would say try to avoid carrying overnights in this situation, because anything like all of a sudden you will see a 5% index down. All of a sudden, it just need one trigger. Right now, it will go up like this, small, 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 small up, but it will come down in a smash. In just one span, it will from 5,400 all the way to 5,100 or 5,000. It will come. It's just a matter of time. I'm just preparing this uh, to you all because we like my target was 5,400 and we are almost there. And this is a significant resistance area. So unless we clear this with some strength, I think we'll have some pushback here at this time. Again, index does not reflect the economy, so do not take it otherwise. Index is just a reflection of the stock market, not the index of the economy of US. US economy is under $35 trillion debt, which is humongous. So we'll not go into the debt situation, but keep in mind these numbers look cool off, but inflation is still there. So when you are trading, keep this macro perspective in mind. I just wanted to give this heads up before we do our like a weekly analysis. All right. Anybody has any questions on this, you can please post it on YouTube chat. I will be more happy to answer it. In between, let me just say hi to Amar, Satya, Raghu, Gary, Sham, Pradeep, Ashok. Uh, Bitcoin also same issue. Bitcoin, like I would say I'm not an expert on crypto. I have limited information, but like I like from a technical point of view, Bitcoin is going up because of the liquidity. Like people are trying to find some areas where they can invest. Right now, real estate is not that good place. Bitcoin has moved up, but I think it has done a good bit. Like it went to 74, 75,000 on the futures. It's well above from its 12 EMA line. So it's a risky trade at this time. I would like to like I would say if it comes down a little, I would be better to buy this rather than buying Bitcoin at this point. Yep, Ashish, thank you. Hi, Kiri Babu. All right, guys. So again, anybody has any questions related to the macro? Because you will read news about deflation, inflation, this and that. You need to understand what exactly is all this data. All right. So let's start from some of the scans, and I will try from my favorite inside day because it's inside month and inside week. So let's start from inside. I think inside month will be everything. Inside week. Again, I'm only looking into my watch list. I'm not looking across the tickers. So I'm only looking into my watch list. And I'm going to do the sheet tonight. So let's see what comes out from these tickers. Hi, Sandeep. It's very slow. I have inside day patterns right here on my screen. I used to do some preparation before I go live, but Wow, this is not coming out. Let me start with the day then. Come on. I'll post this on the Twitter. Okay, so NVIDIA has NVIDIA AVGO. So these are the inside days. Like they're consolidating. Like I want to pick NVIDIA. I want to pick Oracle. Adobe, I'm like AMU, which we went even into the earnings, is looking good. ANET is looking good to me. Uh, we may pick up SMU, Lulu. Yeah, I think this should be a good set uh, into our list. Let me just go back and see. We have Apple, we have Adobe, AMD, Amazon. We don't want Baba. What we want is AVGO. We got AVGO. Cat has run enormous. So I'm gonna remove cat, maybe add Oracle. Google is there. IBM is looking good. IWM has done 210 area, which was my target. Meta, Microsoft, Netflix, Nvidia, PayPal has done. Tesla. I do want to include ANET. How many tickers do we have? This is 15. Let me add two more. Wow. I want ANET. This is a few. Where the ticker symbol ANET. Yeah. Marvel has done good. I do want to include SMCI or MU. Let me add MU and SMCI. And guys, you can also prepare this sheet very easily. I told you last time, and SMCI. It will automatically pick up the rates and everything. Okay, cool. And we have inside days now. So we have NVIDIA, Oracle, Oracle is there. AVGO is also there. Yes. NVIDIA is there. Arista Network is there. MU and SMCI. Adobe is also inside there. So, yep, picked up almost all of the inside days. Let me do inside week. Microsoft Meta, wow. This list is enormous. We have Microsoft. There is no custom script, Sham. Like I've told this 100,000 times. Just copy and paste from Excel. Just go back and look into the live video which I did last time. Meta is inside week. Microsoft is inside week. Knet is inside week. Adobe AVGO. AVGO is inside week. Yep. This is good. Let's go for any bullish candle patterns on the daily. So I'm looking for hammer, morning star, morning doji star. No. Any bearish candle patterns? No. Let me just search here. Inside the bullish army, bearish army, inverted head and shoulders, inverted hammers. We have hammers and shooting stars. Like it's very difficult to gauge everything in one go. I don't see any morning stars. Hammers are there. Let me just see. Shooting stars, so many. Let's see, hammer. Zscaler. Google is there. Google is the only one in hammer. All right. So this is all good. Let's start. Let me remove the annotations and get started. So let me just change the date. First APR 2024. All right. So let's get started, guys. Uh, I'm not going to cover this HA DMI state. I will update them later on once I'm looking into the system. But let's start from the ES futures because like it's too much manual work right now, and because I've not done this in last few days, so it's like too much information. But let me just also sort them properly so that it's easier. Sort by ticker. Yeah, so now they're properly organized. Good. Let's start from ES futures. Right now they're trading at 53.26. The volume is all right, not so great, not so bad, but it's right there. So let's look at ES. So ES, if you see in the last 6 months or so, like from 30th October uh, all the way to 31st of March, that's about 5 months in totality. Since then, we have not breached the wall of 34 EMA. Every time we go up, we come down, test maybe once, but we are about to regain or reclaim this 34 EMA. Right now, we are above certain area, and with this PC, I think it may be a neutral to positive, but again, it needs to find some strength. Like again, we are still too far from the 12 EMA, which is at 52.75. Unless and until we lose 52.75, I will not be shorting anything. So the momentum is positive, everything is positive, but if you look at the DMI has started to turn a little neutral, right? And neutral has happened because last 1 week we were in a very tight range, very small range, very tight range. So now again, if I have to short, I will only short below 52.75, which is a 12 EM. If I have to go long, I have to keep 5300 as my stop loss. Between 5300, like 5300, this area and this area. If you trade, it's a no trade zone, most likely. Like you cannot trade index into this zone. You may choose specific stocks in this zone. So I am gonna hold this for my long so can go higher. If I have to go short, I will short below this 12 EM. All right. So that's very clear for me. And even in the book map, let me write this. So I would say 50-50 now chance. Probability of shorting below is below 52.75. Uh, need to break 34 EMA, which has not happened in the last 5 months. And you can see if it breaks it, it will be really, really bad. So if we break this, by the time this comes up, let's go back to the chart. If we break this, we'll find, you see right here, we found the support in this zone. Like we are finding the support. So somewhere here, 5250 and then 5200. Now, if we lose 5200, then something serious will start to happen. But as of now, 50-50, again, it's not massive. So 5250 and 5198. This below will be really bad. Stop loss, I would say 52.90. Momentum is like still by the dip, but I still want to give 50-50 because we are in a very tight range. Stop loss for long is 5302. And by near 5320. 5320 is an area where if we can buy, like this is the top. Let me just increase the size here. Like this is the area where we had the Friday stop, which is 5321. If it comes around that area, it will be good. I'll be a buyer. Keeping a stop loss of 5301, which is like the low of Friday. Now, if it happens, what is my next target? My next target comes around now 5500 because I've taken out the Fibonacci's and 5600 is there, 5500 is there. But as of now, the next will be 5450, 5460. So here I would try 5350 first and 54. Because we are in a territory which is uncharted. So next stop loss is 5400, which is like boom. So I'm going to choose a round number 5400. So this is my view. Right now, DMI state has turned neutral on this, both the cases. Heikin-Ishii state, if we see, is 2, meaning for the last 2 days, it's showing positive base, and EMA is above. So 12 and 30 on the daily is above. So 12 is greater than 34, which is right there on the chart. Let's look at the book map, which gives us a clear picture. Let me add for 15, half an hour. You see, there's a massive set of selling the big red area. It's right there. And 5250 is the next support. The moment we lose 5220, we can go down really badly. But again, this is after hours and very less volume. So it can be a little inconsistent, but in the morning, it will be tough to cross this 52, 50 to 50, 53, 30 to 53.40 area. It's going to be tough. And the moment we lose 53.20 area, you see the buying support is actually at 52.50. That's a 70-point gap. So buyers are there, but not in the strength. So 52.50 is something which needs to be tested. And that's where our sheet is also saying 52.50. Again, I'm saying this is 50-50 probability because I'm not sure how the market will react to a sustained inflation number or to the numbers which are at par. All right, let's go to NQ. NQ. NQ has tested 1800,709 and is keep in constant touch. Like it was an inside day on NQ on Friday, and it's a breakout above 18,571. I would say like it's a very tight zone where NQ is sustaining negative, same principle below 18,457. So let's say below 18,457, short below 18,457. For long, this body should be a good area for consolidation. Body meaning this piece. Today's low should be a good area for buying, and this could be a good stop loss. So here, the value is today's low is 18,500. So that's good. 18,500 is the stop loss. Same here, 18,500 for the short side as well. I would say buy near 18,550. Here I'm a little concerned. I'm going to give 40 and 60%. I am a little concerned about this. Because again, the DMI has done this and they are much closer to the EMAs. So DMI is again neutral, and Heikishi candles for them is only one. It's not positive, but it's like first. So let's say where are the possible areas? Just read these comments. On the chart. So if I clear this, I think I would find somewhere like where we had seen this 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 625 and 715. 18, 625, 18, 715. That's the possible targets on the higher side. Again, 40% possibility because I'm a little reluctant on the PC number. So let's see how it reacts in the morning. If we lose this 18,250 and 18,250 is the 18,250. And just remember, if we lose these green line, the momentum will get aggressive. 300. So almost a percent move is there. And in the last few days, we have not seen 1% move in the market. So be very careful. If, again, as I said, the range in the market is very tight, so it may get into a little choppiness. Apple has seen weakness in recent past, and let me just remove the volume from equity. You see, Apple made inverted head and shoulders right at this point. It broke down, went to the length. This was the length. It's kind of matching the same length. So this is head and shoulder breakdown, which is always equal to the length from the neckline. This is called a neckline. This is shoulder one, head and shoulder two. Usually the top of the head to the neckline is the length, and it goes down almost equal to. So if you compare this to this, it will be equal. So right now it has tried to form a base here. It's roughly an inside day, but because of the volume, it's not showing. So it is struggling. Apple is struggling big time. So if Apple comes to 172.75, I'll be selling Apple, and it is clearly DMI was negative. If you want to see MACD, it's a little showing positive, but it's like still in the negative direction. Divergence is showing, but not so great. So I am going to mark this as bearish trade. So sell on rise for Apple 173, 172, 50 is your uh, area where you want to sell this. Stop loss is 173.50, which is the Fibonacci area 173.50. Apple has gaps, come on, which needs to be addressed. Right now, this may be 170 and 167. But if you go back, Apple has gaps uh, around 100, which it has to, like 94 to 100, they have, Apple has gaps, like right here, 96, 97. So Apple went up, and this is a massive M pattern which is getting formed into Apple, which is never ever a good sign. So be careful with investing in Apple. Apple is struggling, and it will have, uh, it needs something really seriously to make some money. Below 167.50, Apple can be really, really bad. Can try long only above 173.50, or if there is news with Baidu, only then. Adobe, Adobe since the earnings, and let me also see any flow on Apple. And guys, it's like really, really too much effort. So let's see if we can get something very quickly. Uh, these puts are getting sold. I don't know what they mean. But 170 calls, very low IV, getting not so clear. Let me just filter it out with sweeps and anything above 500,000. These are all spreads, 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 spreads. Yep, these are all spreads.
Why are you wearing glasses?
I'm wearing glasses because I'm having a blur vision tonight. Go and sleep. It's time for you to sleep. Then call Daddy. You can call from my phone. Yeah, ले जाओ. जाओ, भाग जाओ. So not so significant flow in Apple for me. I can ignore that. Let's look at Adobe. ADBE. Adobe is in a very tight zone. I have positions in Adobe, but they are in loss. I expected it to hold this and clear like the 12 EMA, which is around 518, and go into the gap. But no, it's struggling. It's struggling badly at this time. The DMI is all negative. For Adobe, the DMI is negative like Apple, so -5, -5. 12 is negative. One second, let me just less on Apple. Yeah, 34 is above, so it's negative. And high initial state, let me just check. For Apple is 0, Adobe is 0. Apple is 0, meaning there is no flat top or flat bottom in Adobe or Apple. Very first thing, the trend is negative, which is very clear. Now, trend can only become clear if we break above or break down. Right now, we are breaking down and we are around the 12 EMA. And unless and until we clear 518, the momentum will be bad. And that's where I'm struggling on Adobe. I still have like time on them, but it's not giving me a clear picture. So it's also an inside day. Now looking at these factors, the momentum is negative, the DMI is negative. If it breaks down below 500, I think it can be really, really bad. So Adobe is, this is like, if we see DMI is negative, HA flat, this is negative. If I take a positive trade, keeping 500 as my stop loss, that will be a negative trade because the momentum is negative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell this, but I will sell it below 500. And when I'm selling it below 500, it means that yes, I am waiting for the right time to sell it. The moment it will lose 500, it will go down, and the possible area for it will come here because there are gaps right here. If it is not clear, there are gaps right here which needs to be filled on. So this is also an area where it has stuck. So 480, 480, 75 is a possible breakdown. But again, it's something which has gone down almost 100 points. So if has to bounce, 500 must stay hold. So area is 487 to 475. Can try long only if there's a failed breakdown below 500 and come up. Then it come up. It means if you try anything other than this, it will be hard. So let it break 500, come up, and that come up should be good. Yes, inside day is there. Inside week is also there. on Adobe. And guys, this sheet will be shared as a screenshot. You can create this sheet on your own. It's not a rocket science. AMD, I need to be little quick. AMD, AMD hit exactly 227.50 of this cycle, and right now AMD is around this area. It is trying to break above 12 EMA, which is right there. The momentum is grappling on the negative side a lot, but it has held this 174.75 area. So till the moment 179.25 is held, this time if we can clear 183, I think it will have some legs. But if we struggle here, we may be ready to go down to 174, 175 one more time. 78.6 Fibonacci is 178 area, like this area. This is 78.6% Fibonacci. It is still like this. 12 EMA is positive. The DMI has just turned a little negative, but it's trying to form a base here. So till the moment we are holding this, I think I'm good. But I really wanted to cross 183, which is the 12 EMA. Once it is clearing that, I think it will have legs for 191. So DMI negative, 12 EMA, yes, positive. AMD DMI is red, so -2. This is good. I do not want to short AMD at this time. I want to keep it here. I want to buy AMD above 183.35. Stop loss is right there. 187, 191.70. It's better to buy above this area. And on the high Kenichi candles, AMD is flat. 0. AMD is 0. Amazon is 1. AMZN. Amazon is 1. Amazon is something which is breaking out. It is a little dodgy, very low volume, 178. Like we also have a position which we carried. It's a good consolidation above this price. Has to still clear the previous high, which is around 188. So I think it's all set for Amazon to break it. If it doesn't break it this time, I'll be really disappointed. Stop loss is very tight, I would say. The low of Friday, 179.25. Amazon is good. DMI is +5. Stop loss is 179.25. We are already in the position, so buy near 180 to 181. Target is 188.65 and 185. So in this case, you see the Heikin-Ishi state is green, DMI is green, momentum is green. So it's a good setup. It's most likely a good setup. On the other hand, Adobe is, if you try long, above 500 makes sense. But if you see below 500, it's a good shot because everything is negative. But if we had the HS state also negative, it would have shown some more like possibility. ANET. ANET, I think is looking really solid. In the last few days, ANET has respected the market direction. Every time market is, and it's also an inside day. Every time market is coming, it's like 423 Fibonacci level for me. I'm just gonna draw some more levels to this. This was a good breakdown. I would say this one. Yeah, This one. Yeah. If it clears 293, it has potential for 305 in it. And that will be like a break above 12 EMA as well. And ANET moves really, really well. 12 EMA is positive, DMI is neutral, and ANET is -2. So ANET is -2. It is chart-wise neutral. AMA is positive. This becomes 60% trade by above, and it's also an inside day, an inside week. So by about 293, if you do that, looking for 300 and 305. Stop loss for this should be 290. ANET is a trade which should only be taken if we buy above 293. Otherwise, it's you see, the setup is HS trade is saying I'm negative, DMI I'm flat. Only thing positive is 12 and 34. So unless and until everything becomes positive, so this will be like as if to say a B minus C minus trade, less probable trade. Okay. AVGO. AVGO is backtesting the 12 EMA and its target is 1414 still. So 1313 area is an area where I think this week chip stocks can get some positive response because they have consolidated a lot in the last 1 week. AVGO, the DM is positive. It's positive. Yes. The AVGO. DMA is positive. High Kenichi state, let me just check. -1. So 1313 is the stop loss. And AVGO has consolidated. So if you can buy near 1320, 225, like it may open higher in the morning, but if we can get it around 1320, 25, 1330, 1365. So potential is higher with the amount of possible returns here. Google, Google has recovered a lot since they showcased, but they struggle right here. It's an inside day, everything is good. So Google is something like if we can clear 150, 150, I'll be a buyer on Google. And let's also check something on AVGO. AVGO, nothing. It's like very small trades. It's only like for 2025, 1320 put is sold for 1 million, which is like next year, but it's a positive trade, which is in line with our expectations. Right. So Google, 155. It's like all sold. Tuck, 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 tuck. These are all like getting sold. 45 to 40. But it's a very tight range. I cannot even say it's sold. But 155, 425, and this is 376. So it's going to be tough for it to cross 155 looking at this. But let's see if we have any open interest change. 36,000 volume. Open interest will be tomorrow morning. So let's keep an eye on Google 155 area. But right now, everything is positive on Google. It needs to cross above 150, 150 by above. Stop losses, yep, the target is right there. It's a hammer, yes. High Nikishi stayed for Google is 0. And Disney has also run a lot. So anybody who wants to trade Disney should keep an eye on Disney. The targets for Google is there. IBM. IBM has consolidated well into this region, and it went up, tested, kind of making a morning star, making a dodgy again, but it's dodgy at the bottom. I think if we can clear above 192 and keeping a stop loss of 190, IBM has some positivity. So IBM is DMI state is neutral. Stop loss is 190.5 by above 192. If we can clear 192, which is the high of Friday, we can test 193.50, 197. And high Kenichi by IBM is 1. Only one flat base. So in all of this, the only two setups which are looking like 100% is Adobe short, Apple short, and on the positive side is Amazon long, which has +1. I think IWM will be the next one, which will. Last time we talked, IWM was 210. Right now it's 212. It's like 209 if we'll hold. We should expect 227 to 33. That's my target. So now we have seen some, like, you can clearly see it's right here we are struggling, which is 215, with like test, then around here, and then 228. If I have to draw some, mm, I'll say a box. Yeah, this is the resistance which I can see in the future for IWM. So the support is around 210-ish. It's like 210 is a good support for IWM. 210. Look for Friday's high is 2. It's almost opening over Friday's high. So 213 and 215.40. 213 to 15.40. Again, I am very much positive on IWM. The trend is all good. let's look at the IWM. It's 2. So IWM has 2 green days, backing it up. Meta. And guys, I'm spending time. I hope you are learning some of the things which I'm talking about and it's making sense to you so that you are good for tomorrow. Please give me a like to confirm you are getting something. Uh, or post some questions. So Meta is not looking good. Meta is breaking down a little. It's struggling, and let's look at Meta. Meta has -2. DMI is positive, but it's not looking good. So Meta is -2 on Heiken-Ishi. DMI is still good. Now it has a tough area of 491. We are far away from it. So I would say sell on rise. Near 491. Very small stop loss. 493, sorry. Buy above 496 only. Now, stop loss, possible areas 480 and 474. I don't know why, but Meta looks bad to me. It's an inside week as well, so if it starts to break down, it may hit. But if you want to try, buy only above 496. Microsoft. Microsoft, I think, is the one which is consolidating badly in last few days. Like it's holding 420-ish area, and I think, like you see, it's holding the 12 EMA just by like a whisker. The moment it loses this, it may have selling intent, but right now it's dodgy at the bottom. So if we sell 419, I think will be a good support. So last is 419 on, let's say, sell below 419. If it loses, it can be sold all the way to 413. Oh, 13.55. Now, if it holds 419, right now it will be showing very high by above 423. It's tough for Microsoft. 427, 431. But if it starts to lose, lose. But do not buy unless you cross 423. MU, this is the good stock. Uh, Again, inside day. Yes, stop loss is 117. If it's whole 117, good. Positive, it is 6 positive. So MU is 6 positive and positive and positive. So one thing I would pick is 70% on MU. Not 700. I'll be a buyer. I'm going to mark this in blue shade. Do we see the blue shade thing? Yes. I'm marking this in blue. If market is good, I think MU will be a really good trade. So MU is buy near 118. Like 110, 132 is my target. So 122 and 132. I'll be a buyer in this anytime on Micron. This is like a perfect trade. Everything positive, any dip should be bought. Netflix. The last time I mentioned Netflix could sell off below 617, and it did. It almost went on to make like 601. If it would have tested 597, would have been really good. Let's look at MU and Netflix. MU calls are there. Yeah. Let's look at Netflix. Six-ten calls sold. Wow. I don't need spreads. I only look. This is an interesting trade. 600 call and put both. I think somebody was trying to do calendar spread both ways. Thousand lots. Interesting. 328 is gone, so it doesn't matter. 4, 5, 4, 5, 590s. How many puts? Not so great. Again, not so great numbers. But this is an area 600 is a really good support. Right now it's negative, and Netflix is -1. DMI is positive, but Netflix has lost momentum. Like 597 is a good area to hold, but I would say sell aggressively below 597 for now. Like 6 or 7 is a very tight stop loss. 607 is a very tight stop. Buy near 6, buy above 610. You can also sell below like 607. It's weak. And the possible targets are 616, 624. 616.6, 624.45. Nvidia is the prime pillar of this entire move. It's below, like, if you want to try positive, try above 915 or sell below 904. It closed right around that number. So I'm gonna keep very tight here on NVIDIA. NVIDIA has -2. So for the last 2 days, it has shown negative, but overall the momentum is good on NVIDIA. In January it was 600, but in last update to the sheet, uh, stop loss is 904 by above 915 only, and sell below 94 to 890. If we lose 890 on NVIDIA, 890, it can easily come back to 860. If we hold 904, go up, it should be 931 and 948. And NVIDIA, with the momentum it has, 931, 948. Very easy for it to move like this. Oracle, I'm not gonna do Tesla. It's a shit company. Great Tesla. I'm not gonna do PayPal. Oracle and SMCI. Oracle earnings were good, has backtested everything. So this 125 area is a good area for Oracle. Has backtested 12 EMA after earnings gap. This is positive news. Make it green. This was negative. Make it red. It's positive. It's -1. From chart side, I think I want to go above 126.25. Buy above 126.25, 125, 60 is the stop loss. Looking for 129 and 132. And the habit of IBM or Oracle and IBM both is they'll slowly go up. Last in my list is SMCI. SMCI is an inside day, and like till the moment 975 is good. SMCI is good by until 975 holds. Positive, it's positive, and see, it's an inside day for sure. It's an inside day. So till the moment like 1000 is there, it's good. Buy above 1040. Buy above 1042. Stop loss 1013. Target is 1065, 1092. You can try to buy around 975 as well. All look good. So MSTR, I do not trade, Santosh. It's a very low float trade. It moves $100, but it's very low volume trade. Very hard to trade it. So I do not do that. Uh, Guys, any questions? I'm gonna share my Zoom link. If you can join, I will take your questions. Let me just share the invite. I'm pasting the link into the chat. Anybody who wants to join in? There is no chart for Sonu. I recommended to my team at around $3, and this stock Sonu Mono, we traded until like 7. Now it is done. It will not move much. It is kind of a bear pennant. The moment it loses 567, it will come down to 4. Guys, I've shared the link, so people who wants to speak, people who wants to uh, discuss can please come. You can raise your hand. I'll be uh, allowing you to speak on the mic. But I will only take questions who can come onto the mic. Uh, Day Trader 279. Do you have anything? You join in. You can unmute and you can speak. No. I'm going to wait for a couple of minutes. If anybody wants to join in, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm pretty much done. I do not have any other thing to discuss or cover. No. All right. Thank you, guys. Good night. Bye bye.